After going with Overhaul on another mission, then his pawns throwing you back in your room that was given to you. Laying on the cold floor, you could feel the light of the moon on your skin from the only window that you had. Dusting yourself off and sitting on the bed that was in bad shape, but it was something. Closing your eyes for a minute, then hearing the window open slowly. You thought it was a dream, but you seen Compress in front of you now. As Compress walked over to you, even Compress could not even trust his own eyes till you hugged him. Compress could tell how much you missed him by how tightly you held onto his coat. Don't worry, you're safe again. I had a feeling you would come for me, Compress. Removing Compress's mask from his face, now you knew that you were safe because of his eyes. The way Compress looked at you still made you blush. No one in the league ever made you blush before. Only Compress could. Holding his hand in yours, finally kissing Compress for the first time, felt right, and now you could go home to the league. Before Compress picked you up in his arms, Compress tossed a marble into the air, then disappeared, carrying you back to the hideout. Resting your head on Compress's shoulder, you could sleep knowing that you did not have to use your quirk again. Back at the hideout, Tomura was happy to see you safe. Except for the few cuts on your face and arms. Compress stayed by your side as you rested in your room and in your own bed like before. Looking down at his mask, Compress was thinking that there was a reason he never forgot you. It's like you're part of me even though you can't be mine. As he slept, Compress held your hand so that you knew that he was there for you and knew you felt safer this way. Ever since your last mission together, before you were taken from Compress in the league, was still clear in his mind, beginning a flashback. At the time, you had been with the league for 1 year. During that time, your quirk had become a deadly weapon. Compress had been assigned to protect you when Tomura and Kurogiri were not around. That night at the hideout while the others in the league were away, there had been a disturbance that you couldn't explain till it happened. In a flash of darkness, the lights had blacked out and you were in a daze. Then you seen Compress laying in his own blood. The two heroes that had hurt Compress were never seen again. All Compress knew was that when he had become conscious, that the whole hideout had been destroyed by your quirk. The injuries that Compress had were healed completely. Then when Compress was fully awake, you were asleep in his arms. That was also the day you said that you loved him in your sleep, and Compress took these words as your confession to him. End of flashback. Now that you are home again, anything you wished was his command. I promise no one will ever take you away again. Looking at you now, tears in your eyes, you were smiling at Compress from hearing his words, especially the first two words. Compress had said only to you, and their meaning was my heart. Knowing Compress had stayed with you since bringing you back to the hideout, and seeing his face again made you cry tears of joy. As always, Compress had kept your tears in one marble that was only to ever stay in your room, because every tear was precious to him. Gently pulling Compress down to you as you still lay in bed. Already, Compress knew what you wanted. Compress, hold me, please. Like that one night, Compress held you close to him as the both of you slept peacefully that night. Still holding on to Compress as you slept made you happy to where you had forgotten the wristbands on your wrist and slowly disappear like smoke from a burnt out fire.